Hey, it's the Codeman 4444 here with a game of domination on radiation using the Thermal Enfield. And today I want to share you a story of my days in the Scouts back on the long time ago when I was like 11. Yeah. So you see the Scouts, they do all their volunteer works, they help the old people cross the street, all that good stuff, have their little badges. And that's what I expected to join. And so I go there on my first day. My mom really made me join because I didn't really want to, but can't argue with my mom at that age. You're kind of whipped and you're kind of in the cage. So did it anyway. Met some people. We had a group of like 10 people. That's including our 2 leaders we had. And I thought it was going to be pretty cool. The meetings we went to is alright. Planned out stuff, learned about camping, all that good stuff. Then finally in November we're going to go on our first camp. But it was on a mountain. And I live in Canada, so it's cold on the mountains. It's real cold. Like, there's ice and shit everywhere. And we had to pack a lot of stuff to live in a snow cave and all that stuff. So have like shovels, tarps, everything, and snowshoes. So yeah. So go up there on like a Friday night. Go up at 7. There are a bunch of issues we had for some reason, so we didn't actually start our hike until like 10. It's like a 4K hike, right? So it takes a while to even do the hike. So starting later doesn't really help, especially that you're on a mountain. But the worst part was, my scout leader gave us these really shitty homemade snowshoes because she wanted to save money, right? Whatever. That's cool. Everyone wants to save money, but they were horrible. Like, honestly, once we started, first 15 minutes, everyone was starting to take them off. They just could not stand them. Like, they would not stay on your feet. And you have this huge bag, and you really... It really tires you out. They're dragging everywhere, and they're just really making it hard on us. And we're like 11 years old, and we have these huge bags, and it's really just not helping. So we all take them off. We have to put them on our bag, which really sucks, because my first camping bag was really bad, and it really hurt my back and stuff. So every like gram of weight, literally gram of weight, could be felt. Like, I was worrying about weight so much, I cut off the handle of my toothbrush to get it lighter. That's how insane we were about that. Randomly I have this python. That makes me laugh. But no, a serious thing. It was terrible. So we're going up about an hour in. A friend of mine, his name was Sam, he gets frostbite on his toes because he's wearing just normal hiking boots. Everyone else were wearing like super insulated snow boots and shit. He's wearing just hiking boots, and not only that, he's wearing a polyester shirt only. And for those who don't camp, polyester, you put it on, it keeps you really warm. It's good stuff, really light, really nice. But when you only are wearing that, it's not good because it doesn't really. Well, really, what it does when you sweat, it makes the condensation go outside your shirt, and so it doesn't go inside. Really complicated, but you need another shirt on top of it to make it really work well. That's the gist of it, okay? So he was just wearing that. He froze. He gets frostbite, and one of the leaders has to go and carry him out because it was pretty serious. Like, I saw his freaking toes. He had to take his boots off. That was scary, scary stuff. But he got out fine. Everything was good. But the rest of us that are left on the mountain, we're all collapsing in the snow because it had just snowed the day before, and we take one wrong step, you're like waist deep in snow and you're basically pretty screwed. So we spent another good hour on the hike, just pulling people out and stuff. And overall the hike took us, I think we got to our campsite at 3 a.m. Yeah, 3 a.m. we got there. And that's the longest I ever stayed up in my life. Well, at that time, I'm freaking 11. Give me a break. But yeah, So it's like 3 a.m. We're finally at the campsite, like halfway up this freaking frozen mountain, and we have to dig huge holes for our tents and shit. And that's pretty difficult considering. So we're trying to do this, and most of us are just giving up, just throwing down our shovels, saying no. So turns out there's this cabin literally 20 feet away from our campsite, so we just kind of crawled in there, went up in the attic, and all slept in the attic because the freaking bottom floor was cold as anything. So we're all in the attic, all 9 of us, and it's just really ridiculous and cramped. But it was we had a unisex group, so it's not all that bad. It's kind of good. But I was 11, so I didn't really care about that anyway. So yeah, so we slept in there. Next morning, we had to wake up at 6 because our leader actually had to make us set up our tents and stuff. And my eyes were bloodshot for the first time, and I was freaking out because I thought I was gonna go blind or something. And I was like almost in tears, wondering what the heck do I do? Help, help, and all that. But I was reassured that I was fine, and I got over it. So that was all good. And then the rest of the day actually went pretty cool. Went more snowshoeing with actual snowshoes, and I went snowboarding for the first time because we paid for passes, and I got my first lessons, and it was actually pretty fun. I even now snowboard still. It's probably one of my favorite things to do besides make videos for you guys. So yeah, and go snowboard and stuff. But then when night came again, it was a really hot day, so all the snow had melted, and it's all in the trees, right? So it's like raining when you go under the tree line. So our tents, everything was soaked. So we were just like, well, whatever, what are we gonna do? Blow dry it out? It's not like we have electricity. So I decided, whatever, we're just gonna tough it out. Not a good idea, because on top of all this, I actually left my boots outside, which was probably the dumbest idea of all weekend, because the next morning they're actually frozen solid. Like, quite literally frozen solid. It was kind of fun, because you could, like, throw them at trees and actually, like, dent the trees and stuff. That was kind of cool, but yeah, so I was running around in the cabin that was by our camp, and I had to stay in there because I didn't really have anything to wear. And our tents were actually frozen as well. Like, you poke the sides and it like cracked. It's a really weird experience. It was pretty memorable. But really, it was pretty good, and overall. Like, it was tough. I had to tough it out. Saw some things go wrong. Lots of things did go wrong. All that, but it was worth it, and I would do it all over again. Because, really, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And that's the same with COD, actually. Because you kind of have to do hard things to try and improve your game. Like, I'm using the Thermal Enfield. Well, it's a bad gun. It's hard to do good with it. I'm not gonna lie. I had a lot of difficulties. Like, beginning of the game, I was dying a lot. Even throughout, I was dying a lot. But I managed to pull out a good score. Because if you're running around with the FAMAS every game, you're not gonna do very well. And you have to practice with the other weapons to kind of figure out how it works, because connection always is changing. But that's aside from, like, the winter story. Just a quick tip there. But back to that. Last day when we're getting back, oh my goodness. When you sit in a car seat after camping in the wilderness, there is no better feeling in the world. I was in my mom's tempo, and oh my god, I was so happy. You would not even believe. And then second best, steal a care packet with the python. What am I doing? But no, second best is when you have your shower. That is beautiful. Actually, just beautiful. Anyway, though, I'm gonna talk about the game. I end up going 46 and 13 here, which is good. As I said, you have to use different weapons. Try and practice your gameplay. Like, if you're doing bad every game, trying to do good, just get all the bad out of you. Use the worst weapon you can. Have a terrible game. And then after, you can't get much worse than that, so you can only do better, and then you feel better. That's what I do all the time, actually. This time though, I think I was actually trying to do good, because I kind of want to prove something to myself. I like to try something different, try something a little more difficult, and it was worth it in the end. So, had a lot of fun doing this. I had a lot of fun talking to you guys about this, and the game's almost wrapping up. It's 182 to 101, so we basically have it won, unless they trip cap for the rest of the game, but it's not like they can do that. Sick Clan, we can do that, and we do it every day. Every day. Well, if they can even get ahead of us, but that doesn't even happen. Yeah. Oh, quick thing if you haven't figured out about the game, I think I'm running like 3.5.9. I always run Chopper Gunner, but I didn't get it here. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the camping story, and like, rate, comment, and give us some feedback if you find that kind of cool. The longer gameplay suits you, all that good stuff. So, usual, please rate, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. See you later.